Materials provided by Copic and Tombow. I sat down on a set of steps. I started drawing the alleyway. Casey, I think you were standing up because you were looking up at something.
Yeah, I was looking up at the top of this building and the trees sort of hanging over it. And I am never going to draw something so high up ever again.
And then I was shooting a lot of footage of the alleyway to just capture what you guys were drawing, and then I sort of got a shot of all you three together, and I thought, wow, this is just the most like classic, quintessential art school artists hanging out in a group situation. So then I put the camera down and I started drawing the three of you.
And then there were all these kids running back and forth and peering over at our drawings, and I think the little kids are my favorite.
Whenever one of us pulls out a sketchbook, I feel like that makes the rest of us do the same thing. Like sometimes we'll be at dinner and then one of us is drawing like, oh crap, I should be drawing too. Where's my sketchbook? And so it's like the peer pressure to like be drawing all the time. And I like that inspiration because in the past, whenever I've traveled, it's with my family or with like a friend who's not an artist. And so I really feel like the drawing part is a solo venture. And here it's like really fun to just draw in a group because you get to see, oh, well, how are they looking at the space and what is their style of drawing and what is their materials, what is their approach? And that's really, really fun for me to see.
There was this really magical moment when we came upon this group of like 15 middle-aged women dancing to Mando Pop. I think Lauryn first sat down and started drawing, and then Casey did, and then I did, and then Clara was filming B-roll. This older man came over and started trying to communicate with us and tell us about the history of the park. And it was just really beautiful, and it was this spontaneous, magical moment. That was the sort of thing that I really love about traveling.
You'd think at the fish market, everybody's so busy. I mean, people are packing up fish and they're lugging giant crabs out of laundry baskets and stuff like that. And so you'd think that it wouldn't attract a crowd, but everybody was commenting. They wanted to tell us what everything was called. It was just very funny. Like Casey had this whole mob of people around him.
Yeah, and they kept, different vendors kept dragging me to, trying to get me to go and draw their fish. And it was so funny because they all have, the same animals that they're selling, but they were trying to get me to draw, their geodeck. And, this guy started, picking up his crabs and was, smashing their shells for me to show me how good his crab were, and I just didn't know what to make of it. I'm just I'm focused on my geodeck, sir.
One of the places that was on the top of our list was the Diallos at Kaiping. These are these strange amalgamation of Eastern and Western architecture in the form of these watchtowers in this rural part of north of Guangzhou. We got our favorite translator, Coco, to take us up there. It was super rainy out, and we're like, oh, this isn't going to be good. But we found actually this perfect place in one of the watchtowers. You got an entire panoramic view of the surrounding area. There was enough space to set up, and all of us brought our sketchbooks, and we all started drawing there.